Hey everyone, happy Mother's Day and welcome to this special Mother's Day pick a card reading or pick a heart reading. So before I jump in there, I just want to talk about, a mother's love is powerful and magical. It's healing. You can always feel it can make everything feel better when your mom expresses her love to you. I know for me, one time when I went to Mexico, I got sick because I think I drank some water, and I was one night away. It was the evening. The next morning, if I didn't feel better, they were going to admit me to the hospital. So my mom came over and just put her hands on my stomach and just prayed and gave me her love. And the next morning, I was able to not go to the hospital and started a quick recovery. So a mother's love is very powerful, is very magical. So today, join me in sending extra love to our mothers. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you, and I'm sending you all my love. And even if your mom is on the other side, they'll receive that love. Our mothers who have left, their physical bodies, they've never left us. They've never left you. In fact, the moment that they leave this human body, they're present with, in spirit, with every single one of their loved ones, and all at the same time. That's how powerful we are in the spirit. There's no time, there's no space. We can be everywhere all at once. So you don't have to share your time with, if you have 3 kids, you don't have to share your time with all 3. You're with them all at once, 100% of the time. And so that's, an amazing thing. As I've channeled people who have passed away, they've shared that with me, every single one of them. So I love that. I love that. And so they're always with you. Feel their love, for they always are giving you their love. And even if, like, the character that they played on this earth for you wasn't so loving, just know that that's not who they are anymore. That they are these powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love. They played a role here for the benefit of the drama, for your life experiences, for their life experiences. In fact, I'll tell you real quick before we jump in here, and I appreciate your patience with this. I've done readings before where people wanted to talk to loved ones on the other side, and some of them said, except not my mother, or not my father, or not this person, not that person. But what's hilarious, as soon as they, said, I want to talk to people on the other side, I'm like, whoosh, that individual that they didn't want to talk to is the one that was, came to me right away before they told me I don't want to talk to them. And so I was like, okay, well, we'll see who comes through. And then when I actually got to doing the reading, what's amazing is before I started laying, the cards out and seeing what messages there were for them, they kind of told me, okay, let me just do this little introductory, kind of comments before we get started. So they always told me, now when people are here on Earth, that's the character they're playing, but the actor behind the person is, this unconditionally loving being. So it's like, you've watched like a TV series, like, let's say, like the Game of Thrones, let's say, or, some sort of, if you're, older, you might remember Dynasty or, Dallas and those kind of things, where there were these mean, villainous people who were like, in any movie there is usually a villain, and this person, you're just like, they get you to hate them because they're just so mean and unloving and all of that. And what's funny is, then you see an interview with them, either they're promoting their movie or there's this interview, and they're such the nicest person, and they're like, oh my God, I feel so bad when I have to treat people that way. And they're like, but it's kind of fun because I know it's not real. And that's the whole, concept of how, this is too, that, even though someone might have not played a very loving part in our lives, just know when they come to you in the afterlife, that they're coming as these not that character, that they're these unconditionally loving beings that love you so much, no matter what the experience was while you were here. So they wanted me to bring that message through. So obviously it is for some of you, maybe not all of you, but just know that no matter what relationship you had with whoever's gone to the other side, that's not who they are. And they want you to have a relationship with them, but at a higher level, not as that character, if that makes sense. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump in to your pick a card reading. So you have 3 choices. We're going to do the white selenite heart, so the white heart, the pink rose quartz, or just the pink heart, and the orange. I think this is calcite. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below. But I think this is an orange calcite heart, and if or we'll call it the orange heart. So white heart, pink heart, or orange heart. And there's timestamps in the description box below if you want to jump to one of the other ones. But we're going to start with the white heart right now. All right, if you chose the white heart for reading number 1, then this is the reading for you. What we're going to do, I'm going to pull a card here from the Kuan Yin Oracle, because Kuan Yin is the divine mother, if you're a Christian, it's like the Holy Spirit, the comforter. It's the divine feminine side of our Creator. So since it's a Mother's Day reading, how fitting that would be. And before I jump in here, I always love just to thank the Creator for being here with us. We're so grateful for your unconditional love and for your comfort that you bring us. We know you're always with us. Sometimes we don't realize it when we feel alone. And I just had this vision in my head of, the footprints in the sand. If you've ever read that, it shows, 2 sets of footprints side by side, and then it goes to one. And the whole story is that, we're seeing that, and we're like, well, look, you were walking beside me here, but that's where you abandoned me. And the Creator goes, no, that's where I picked you up and carried you. That's why there's only one set of footprints. So just know that, and we're so grateful that you do that for us, that you're always with us, supporting us. And we also welcome all of our guardian angels and spirit guides, all our loved ones who are on the other side, and all our ancestors, and any of those other just host of unconditionally loving beings of light and love. We welcome you. All right. So we'll see what messages we have for those that chose the white heart today for this Mother's Day. What message do you have for those that chose the white heart, please? What messages for the white heart? Not yet. Nope, they said don't take those. All right. Nope. There's like a few there that got my attention, but they're like, no, just keep shuffling. We're going to make it. Okay. This is the one they want. Sometimes it feels so complicated. So this one says, weave the future golden, and that's number 44, which is a master number. And I love the imagery, the beautiful images here. So we'll start off with this one, and I'll read the message from the book here for number 44. And it says, something good is coming your way. Kuan Yin urges you to weave your future into the present moment, to call in and draw to you the opportunities, teachings, circumstances, and synchronicities waiting for you that will enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance, bliss, and creative fulfillment. Do you know how much the divine wishes to support and assist you in living your heart's truth this lifetime? Kuan Yin, with grace and compassion, wishes to help you ascend to the next level of your life expression so that your soul light may shine more brightly on the planet and help you and other beings to live more heart and less fear. You can choose to live a life infused with the golden energy of peace, prosperity, joy, and creativity. A future so golden is being woven into your present moment now, like a tapestry. With the choices and actions that you make in this moment, you call into being the divine golden tapestry of future bliss. Clever you! Kuan Yin is aware that there are opportunities and assistance waiting for you in your future embodiment. She wishes to assist you in drawing those future gifts into the present moment where they can be of most use to you. This oracle indicates that there is something special waiting in the wings for you, and if you wish to do so, you can receive healing and elevate your vibration so that you're able to receive it more readily. If you've been holding a secret wish in your heart, perhaps to publish a book, to be a healer, to teach, or to write or sing, to attract a loving soulmate partnership, or to spiritually awaken at a deeper level, take a moment to feel what it would be like for that heartfelt wish to manifest right now. Can you imagine the joy of it? Can you also allow for that joy to be such a normal, ordinary occurrence that it could be a part of your life right now? This is how you begin to weave that manifestation into this moment. Be bold, dream big, and imagine what it would feel like to live like your dreams. Can you begin to cultivate those feelings now, irrespective of whether you see the manifestation in physical form or not as yet? Sitting with joy in your heart, whether it relates to something specific or not, is magnetic to the good that the universe wishes to deliver you. It is like switching your inner light on a higher voltage, so the special opportunities perfect for you can find their way to you more swiftly. And if your great good comes in an unexpected form, but still feels wonderful, accept it. Your future golden will come into your life in the most beautiful ways. And usually, if it's not exactly as we imagined it, it is even more perfect for us. I love that. So, such a mother attitude, right? Just know you have wonderful things coming, and I want you to be able to experience it all now and bring it into this moment. So imagine it, how would it feel like to live that dream every second right now, and just know that I am bringing things your way. I have, I know what's most perfect for you to bring you your highest experience, your highest vibration. So ask, and I'm going to amaze you. I'm going to bring you what you want, but it's even going to be more than what you want, because I know what will make you the most happiest. So I love that for you. Also, we're going to pick a card here from the Journey of Love to see what additional message. Divine Mother, Creator, Comforter, Holy Spirit, your mom from the other side, what they have for you. One time here. All right. What else would you like the White Heart individuals to know today? What message do you have for those that chose the White Heart? Okay. And I feel like this one is the one here. And this says the Spiral Dance of the Goddess. And this, whole deck isn't about the goddess, so that the Divine Mother came through here is so perfect, and it's green, and I love how the coloration, well, it doesn't show up as much, but there's a real olive tint to this card here in reality, even though it doesn't seem to be picking up on the camera there. And that's number 29, so we will pick that one here. All right. And it says, from a point of light unfolding, we become a soul, then incarnate into a sacred body, and our lives become a work of divine art, a speck of heavenly presence, manifesting itself through dimensions of time and space and to a life on earth made manifest. The extraordinary fact of your existence is a divine happening. As though the light of the moon is dancing not only upon the water, but inside of it, your ancient light is dipping into the mud of the earth. This is how your soul becomes a divine human in the making. As you sense yourself moving and shifting from light to dark and back again, from knowing to unknowing, you are weaving your consciousness, your divinity, into sacred expression, manifesting your soul essence into the form of your life. Threading the light through the darkness without even realizing you're doing it, you are gently impregnating the matter of your body, of your life, with light. Your body, and your life become luminous, radiant, and you assist others even just through your presence. It sounds wonderful, and it is. Yet it is not always an easy path. As the light travails through darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. But to be present to it, trust that it is not a permanent condition, and wait for the spiral to twist from dark to light again, always moving closer and closer to the purity of the center and expanding outwardly eternally, as though you're being inhaled by the divine, filling cosmic lungs, and then reach far and wide, taking in all of life. The message of this oracle to you is that you are growing. You're becoming more of your light into form. You may be meeting obstacles in yourself and in the world, but this is because you're bringing through the light. If there was nothing happening, there would be no obstacle. Bless them as signs that you are proceeding, and empower them no more. You shall be. All else is just divine timing. There's like a little kind of poem thing that says, the inner movement in expressive flow, an outward breath of dance and light, becoming one, becoming free. And I love this. So the spiral dance, is such an amazing thing. One thing it mentioned that stood out to me and distracted me for a second was in here it talked about the weaving, and this is all about weave as well. So it's the weaving of the contrast of the dark and the light is what allows you to see who you really are too. So as this obstacles or uncomfortable emotions and situations arise in your life, just realize that it is designed to show you who you are, and to just to realize that in order for there to be shadows, there has to be light. If there was no light, it would just be all dark. But that because you have this inner light, it is contrasting. See how that if everything on this on this card was black, or all white, you wouldn't see a design at all. But because there's contrast in color, there's white, there's dark, there's green, and different shades, you can see a picture of yourself more clearly. And that is what the message for you, kind of combined with both of these, is, good things are coming to you. And one of the huge things, the gift that's coming to you, is awareness of who you really are. By realizing who you're not as well. So just be open to this, the love, the guidance of the Divine Mother as you go throughout this Mother's Day and celebrate the rest of the week. Just focus on that Divine Mother energy, and just know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, as I call the Creator sometimes, the Mother and Father of all things, loves you without condition. There's nothing you can do to lose it. And if you need some healing with your mother, if they're no longer here or if they're here, just know that things that you see as darkness in someone is a contrast for them, but also it's a mirror for us. So if you did see some darkness in someone, just know that the experience happened for you so that you could understand what your true worth really is. Sometimes we need to have our worth shaken, when, especially from an external source, when we depend on that external source defining us, we're going to get disappointed. We're going to get a muddy, foggy sense of who we are, because their emotions are constantly changing, especially if you're looking at from a variety of people, defining you. Everyone's opinion is different, and it's so hard to go, who am I? But when we turn inward, to that divine love, then we get a clear picture of how perfect we are, how priceless we are. It's not this conditional, unstable, external opinions that are coming at it. It's a love that cannot be shaken, a love that cannot be lost, because it's unconditional. So enjoy this beautiful Mother's Day, and know that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, and I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Right, if you chose reading number 2, which is the beautiful rose quartz heart, then this is the reading for you. And before we get started, I always love to welcome the Creator for being here with us. We're so grateful for your presence. Mother and Father of all things, we are so blessed and grateful for your unconditional love that you have for each of us. We also welcome all of our angels and guardian angels and spirit guides, our ancestors and loved ones who have already gone to the other side, and a large host of unconditionally loving beings of love and light. We welcome you and thank you for being here as well. So we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Kuan Yin Oracle, and Kuan Yin is like the representation of the Divine Mother. So it's fitting for this Mother's Day reading, because, like I always call the Creator the Mother and Father of all things, because that essence is, encaptured within our Creator, right? So let's give these a good shuffle here. All right. What would you like those that have chosen the pink heart to know today? What message do you have for those with the pink heart choice here? I know there's so much that they'd love to tell you, but we're zeroing in for today. And this is the Sweeping Sister Willow number 31. And I love that she's playing that guitar-like instrument. I know it's called something, a lyre or something, that I know I am totally missing. So, but you know what it is. If not, Google is our friend, right? So the message with this one is, the Sweeping Sister Willow gently brings you healing for forgiveness and release of old pain now. Let her branches gracefully sweep any sadness and pain from your heart and soul. Your time for greater inner freedom is dawning, and the cleansing sadness and healing of forgiveness is the pathway to that greater freedom now. You deserve this freedom, and you are swiftly becoming ready to gift it to yourself with the help of Kuan Yin, the Divine Mother. It says, forgiveness is a way to raise your vibration by shedding old energies that drain you and prevent you from having all your power available to you now. It is a chance to free yourself from suffering and empower yourself. Sweeping Sister Willow guides you to forgive others and yourself abundantly and freely now. You may be very aware of your own need for forgiveness, or this may come as a surprise to you, in which case be open to hearing the truth of who or what needs to be forgiven and released from Willow Mother, from deep within your own heart. It may be a small incident from when you were a child, or a significant experience that you have just put to one side in an effort to carry on with your life. This approach has been admirable, and yet there is always a time to confront, forgive, and move on, not just in mind, but genuinely in the body. This oracle indicates that you are in the process of forgiving others, and that you also need to remember to forgive yourself for being human and needing to learn and grow just like everyone else. You don't have to be perfect, and sometimes it's in forgiving ourselves that we become most able to forgive others too. We suffer less from harsh judgments, which do not feel good for our heart and drain our soul forces. Instead, we experience more kindness, sweet nurturing from sweeping Sister Willow Kuan Yin in her form of forgiveness and healing, and we enjoy more peace of mind. Forgiveness is a powerful spiritual practice that helps you disconnect your energetic circuits from people, places, situations, and memories that can drain your power from the present moment and slow down your spiritual growth and the physical manifestation of your heart's desire and soul purpose. At present, you are growing spiritually, and you need your powers in the present moment to fuel your process. Like surfing a wave, you're about to be lifted, so forgive with sincerity and wisdom, and know that this doesn't mean you are permitting future abuse. It means you're ready to have your power in the present moment. You have compassion and allow the universe to direct the learning of every being on this planet. Let go of the thoughts of revenge, and you free yourself from the past. And I love that. I know if you didn't listen to the beginning introduction to this, whether your mother, is already gone, or even if she's still living, and you have things that, some pains that can be forgiven, things that can be full, kind of tinted and painted with love to where you can release those, then, this is a great message for that. And one of the things that was popping into me from Spirit regarding this too about forgiveness, one of the things that you can do is go back and, if you have a painful memory, go back as this powerful person you are now as this adult. And you can go back as a third party, not getting involved in the emotions again, but seeing, yourself, but seeing your mother, and see that individual grow or shrink into a little child, and see her mother appear behind her, and then see her mother shrink and her mother appear before her, and to see how that goes back generation, and that your mother's actions were not intentional towards you. They were just what she knew. It's what she believed at the time about herself and others. And she had no other way to act, believing what she believed, having experienced what she experienced. But just know that's not her now. Even if she's still here, she's not the same person she was, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, right? She has changed and evolved along as well as we have, right? And if your mother has passed, then of course she's no longer this character that you interacted with on the earth. She's this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. So that's not even her anymore. And you can interact with this loving, unconditionally loving mother on the other side. You can interact with her now while you're on the earth, setting aside this crazy character that she played. All right. And then we're also going to pull a card here from the Journey of Love to get your other message here. Let me just move this to the side. I'm getting a message. It'll all make sense one day. So just trust that everything happened for a reason. All right, what additional message do you have for those that chose the pink heart, please? What additional message do you have for those that chose the pink heart, please? Okay. And we got coming together. That's a power number 66. And I'll show you the card there. And I'll read the message from here as well. So it says, you and another soul are coming into each other's worlds. It's a karmic destiny that's unfolding, an expression of a divine plan set in motion many lifetimes ago. And that's, so that message I was getting earlier before I pulled the card was, everything happens for a reason. You'll know that it's later. Divine plan. It says it may have, the destiny may have a sacredness that is creative, tender, and about learning self-esteem or courage. It may bring a gift of enduring friendship and loyalty, or be an expression of a passing flash of divine force that shakes your foundations and helps you move out of a situation which would have consumed your light with tediousness and playing small. The coming together is happening, however. No, it is of love. This oracle brings guidance. You're going to be moved by love, whether it is a long-term or fast and furious. It is love and it has meaning. Let it be what it is and do not try to force it to become what you think it must be. It has worth, as do you. Enjoy the experience and know it serves your growth. I love that. So, such a confirmation of that, this other that's being brought in, whether it is reconnecting with your mother, reconnecting with a motherly figure in your life, it is all meant for your purpose. And I love it talked about a journey of self-worth, a journey, I just feel like self-expression that had you not had or will have this interaction, you wouldn't be kind of pushed, kind of nudged into standing up for who you are, for questioning who you really are. Because sometimes it takes fire to really bring all that dross. The dross is the impurities of this golden, beautiful being that you are. I just feel this gold. You have, when the fire gets turned up, it bubbles up all those doubts. It bubbles up all those ugly feelings about yourself, all those doubts about your abilities, about who you are, about what you can be, what you can do in this world. And sometimes it takes a strong piece of your foundation to move for you to go, whoa, my gosh, who am I? And to challenge you to do that. So I really feel, that this is such a healing opportunity for you, because I really feel going back and looking at the situations that hurt you, that made you feel low about your worth. You're going to be able to go back and look at it and go, okay, I get to decide who I am. I get to be my own mother. When I went to counseling once, they did this, I think it's called EMDR, but it's like this where they do sound on either side, like sound here, sound here, sound here, sound here, and it just takes you back, and they take you back on a journey just on where these thoughts, originated. And I got back to the point, and it was sounded so cliche, but I got to a point where when I walked into my house, is like, I must have been like in maybe first grade or something. I walked into the house, and it was the first time I walked into the house and there was no one there besides me. And that's what freaked me out, because I felt in danger or scared or alone or whatever it did it fried the little child. But in that moment, I walked in this direction as an adult, while I walked in here as the little child, and it was like a picture-in-picture. I was the little child seeing this adult, and I was this adult seeing this little child. And I walked over to my little child self, and I picked my little child self up and just held on to me and said, everything's going to be fine. And I always thought, when I looked at that little child, I thought, what a neat little kid. And as the kid, I looked at him like, what a neat adult. Oh my God, everything is going to be okay. Look at, I know that I'm still alive, and look who I am, and I'm happy with who I am. It just does this wonderful transition. So just know that you get to be your own adult. You get to be your father, you get to be your mother, you get to be that comforter, and you can pick yourself up with that unconditional love that you can have for yourself. So I just really feel that this was a message of healing, that you can let go, a lot of the pain, a lot of the wrath that you have around the actions that were done to you when you were younger. And it's for you. It's not to let them off the hook and, let it happen again in the future. It's like, no, all of it is about for your health. You're going to release that wrath, because that wrath is just eating you up. That angst is just eating away at you. And that's not healthy for you. And you're going to allow that to go for you. You don't have to let it happen again. And you now are able to not have that happen to you again. So be strong. Just know every second you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And I love you too. Enjoy this amazing day. You take care. All right, welcome to reading number 3. If you chose the orange heart, then this reading is for you. So before we jump in, for every reading, I just always love to just welcome the Creator to be here with us, the Mother and Father of all things. We welcome you, and we're so grateful for the unconditional love that you have for us. Just so grateful that there's not one condition that can take that love away, and that there's nothing we can do to gain any more of it either, because we have 100% of it all always right now. We also welcome all of our loved ones who've gone to the other side, and our ancestors, our angels and guardian angels, our spirit guides, and any other host of unconditionally loving beings of light and love. We welcome you, and we thank you for being here with us as well. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start off anyway, picking a card here from the Kuan Yin Oracle. Kuan Yin is like the representation of the Divine Mother, so the mother aspect of our Creator. So perfect for Mother's Day here. And let's see what message will come forth here for those that chose the orange heart on this wonderful Mother's Day. All right. What would you like those that chose the orange heart to know today, please? We got the Dance Unveiling, number 36. I love that. Mothers probably wish they had that many hands, right? All right. And we'll read from the book here and see what message comes with that card here. So the Dance Unveiling. There is a situation in your life that's about to reveal itself to you with greater clarity. Just like sands shifting, the picture will seem clearer and quite different to how it once appeared to you. This clarity will bring you great relief and confirmation of your intuition. So be patient and allow the revealing to come to you at the perfect time. Often what we think we know is only a small part of the bigger picture. With some more information, what we think is the truth can shift, sometimes dramatically, and reveal a completely different reality. Sometimes we really imagine a situation, person, or place to be all that we think or feel that it is, only to find out that it's not quite the way at all after some time and involvement has passed. There's an important situation in your life right now that is still unfolding, and you have yet to perceive it fully. It is safe for you to be patient and curious and trust what you feel is unfolding now. Don't rush to set things in motion, to form a structure, or even to make things concrete until you've had a chance to be clearer about the situation or process. There will be a time in the near future when you will realize that the graceful cosmic dance of Kuan Yin has unfolded and a veil has been lifted. At that time, you'll realize that you're seeing much more clearly and accurately than you have been previously able to do so. Only then will an appropriate course of action or non-action be clear to you. Trying to apply effort or create results before that time will not cause the unveiling dance to unfold more quickly. Be patient and trust, beloved. The Divine Mother's dance of divine grace will touch this part of your life and bring you clarity. Go into your heart and listen for the music of her dance. This oracle is also confirmation that something you have recently perceived or will soon perceive is accurate. This perception may have been something of a surprise, shock, or stretch for you, and perhaps you're not quite comfortable with its implications as yet, and so you're doubting the veracity of your vision. Be patient and allow yourself to get used to the new truths that are revealing themselves to you now. The dance of Kuan Yin's grace brings not only revelation, but also opportunity and resolution. So I love that. It's so great. The veil is going to be removed from your eyes to where some small t truths that you thought you were seeing in the physical world, that the veil, like to your higher seeing, you're going to be able to see things from a higher, different perspective and see the capital T truths in a situation, to where, sometimes a situation doesn't matter as much when we see it from the higher perspective. It's only when our fear ego, gets defensive, trying to defend its truth, saying my truth is truer than your truth, and the battle ensues. Sometimes when we see things from a higher, capital T truth of unconditional love, we realize, is it more important to be right or to feel love, right? Sometimes it's like, you know what? I can just agree to disagree and go, okay, I see where you're coming from, and leave it at that, right? All right. We're also going to pull a card here from the Journey of Love Oracle and see what additional message that you have. All right. What else would you like those that chose the orange heart to know, please? And let's make it really obvious for us. We want an obvious message for those that chose the orange heart. Clarity, clarity, clarity. Seems to be what the other card was about, so we also want a clear message here. Okay, it's that one there. Love it. Sweet Soul Rising, number 20. Rise, rise, rise. Like, yep, from a higher perspective, right? From the stars. Fly those wings, fly those wings. And that was number 20. This is perfect. So you may feel lost in your own thoughts and feelings. This is the sweetness of surrender into another world. It's time to dream, to wonder, not to be clear and sharp right at this precise moment. If you have a clear plan, let it become soft and fill your heart open to allowing whatever may be. We might believe that it is through tough action and dynamic assertiveness that we make our way through the world, yet sometimes the sweetness of the soul rises, and instead we can flow gently with the currents of the cosmic ocean, unsure of where we're headed, but safe in the truth that all waters naturally return to the ocean, where they're all wanting to eventually go anyway. You can use your own efforts to swim to your destination against the current at times, or you can float on the sweet love of your own soul as it enjoys the privilege of getting to know itself as one with the divine. This oracle brings you guidance now. Surrender and flow. This is not the time to assert your will and try to make things happen, no matter how much you may want to or believe that you should. There is something bigger happening, and everything is going to turn out perfectly according to a far larger plan that includes your well-being too, beloved. Sometimes we have to let go of our expectations about how that bigger plan will be achieved and just let it happen, trusting that it will actually take place even without us striving to make it so. And this is one of those times. I love it. I mean, this message was pretty much that same thing as, there's some truths and stuff that are going to change your whole perspective anyway. So it's time to go with the flow. Don't swim upstream and get a face full of water and struggle. Just let it flow, because some truths are going to come up that is going to totally change what direction you would take anyway. I'm going to have information come, data come, revelations. So just know that now is the time to hold your horses, take your oars out of the water, and just drift in the canoe down the beautiful, slow moving stream, and enjoy that solitude, enjoy that peacefulness, enjoy that flow, because that is going to be your best experience. Unless you really like exhaustion and a face full of river water, then go for it, totally up to you. This is just advice of the Divine Mother for you. And we know Mother always knows best. All right, as you go throughout this day, just know that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, and I love you too. You take care now.